Hey guys, welcome to another episode of LJ's Garage. Today we're back in the garage working on the Jeep. First thing is going to be a quick video on how to remove the front bumper, and then if you guys want to see more, the other things I've got to do is I've got to replace the AC condenser and the radiator. So I'm going to go ahead and do all those things today, but this part is just step one, which is how to remove the front bumper on a Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's actually really not that bad, so let's get right into it. All you need is a flathead or one of those trim removal tools, and a drill, possibly to remove some rivets, or just get a little X-Acto knife. Pocket knife will work as well. So this uses minimal tools, and a 10mm socket I believe is the size on the fenders, and then just your little hands, your manos, to remove the plugs. But let's get right into it. So starting underneath, you're going to see these guys right here. So there's going to be a few of them lining the underneath, and you're just going to follow these all the way around, and it should be about 6 or 7 of them, and remove those. So again, just these little twist tabs, and they just twist and pop right out. Got 2, 4, 5 of these clips pulled out from just this bottom row, and then the rest that we have to do is actually going to be behind these fender liners, if I could talk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate the wheel to the left or right, whichever side you're on, and then I'll show you guys what we're working with under here. All right, so underneath here, you're gonna see one 10mm, 8mm, something around that size bolt right there, so you're gonna get that guy. And then you're gonna have 1, 2 of these little rivets. We can't reuse them, so just cut them out, or just yank them out, whatever you gotta do. Some people drill them out. I went ahead and I did the drill route, so just grab a bit that's just the size of the center point, drill that through, and then this will just pop right out. So, boop, 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 boop. And just so you guys can see the size of the hole for reference, you got a good bit of room before you're hitting any sort of plastic or the actual bumper itself. And once you've got all those pulled out, this guy just kind of hangs a little freely. You don't want to go past this point though, because at this point there's another set of clips, and you just want to have this be free. And I like to put the screws back right where they are, so that I know I don't lose anything along the way. But do the same thing on the other side and you're good. Another thing while you're over here is you can go ahead and pull this liner back, and if you look in there you can see the plug, that little green light or that green area right there. That's the plug for your fog lights, so you could go ahead and disconnect that now if you wanted. You can either do the plug or the whole bulb, whatever you choose. Something else I just realized, there's actually one more of these little screw tabs, little holders. It's right back in here. Kind of have to stick your hand in just a little bit and you'll find it, but it's in here hidden pretty good. It's like right in this spot. So if you see where my hand is at, it's touching right there. So I've got it right at my hand. So I'm just gonna pull that out and pull down, give it a little wiggle. Come on. And I got it out. So one on both sides. Don't forget these guys. So now I've got 2, 4, 6, 7 of those pulled out. Got the light bulbs disconnected and got the fender flares on both sides pulled out. So it should be looking like this, and now we'll go up top. So the only thing that is actually left to do are these little push pins right here. One on this side, one on this side. So let me grab a flathead. If you have a trim removal tool, that'll make life easy. But you just want to get this like right in. There's going to be a little gap. Just wiggle this up if you can get it to wiggle. And then once it starts wiggling up, you can just pull up on the thingy thing. And it should, in theory, this is a lot easier if you have a trim tool, but it just takes a little practice. I'm just doing this with one hand. But yeah, just give it a little wiggle around, and eventually this will pull out like so. And then it's a 2-piece thing, so you're gonna grab the second piece. Maybe like so. Sorry guys, I have a tripod that I probably should use, but these guys sit inside each other, and once this is pushed all the way in, it locks. So just find a nice spot for this, or once you lift this up, you can pull this forward just a little bit and then stick this back inside of there so you don't lose it. So same thing on this side. And then once we have that, what we're going to do is come around from the side, and you're going to kind of get your hand under here a little bit, and you're going to try to pull this bumper up like towards you. So there's little clips in there, but you're just going to kind of, let me see if I can move this out of the way a little bit better. But you're going to grab this guy and kind of give it a little pull out this way. Alright, so what I did, you can see that little orange guy right there. There's a bunch of those along this way, and there's one more of these little rivet guys sticking up right under there. So I went ahead and I pulled this down. Basically what I'm trying to do is give myself enough room so when I pull this bumper out, like it is right now, I can attach this bumper and finish unclipping it and squeeze it by here. So that's the end goal, is to try to squeeze this bumper past this little fender flare. So that's why I'm doing one more extra to give myself a little bit more room so I don't have to bend this. Because the more I bend it, the harder it is going to be to get it back where it belongs. I always hate this part because I feel like I'm going to break something, which I've already broken one clip, so no surprise there. But whoop, got one side. Took a little bit of finesse, but got it. That little piece that fell off right there, I'll get with that later. But that's how you move the front bumper. Yeah. There isn't really a trick to this. Just watch the corners, line everything up. I use the headlights as my guiding markers, and then just push the clips in. Everything snaps right into place. So just remember you have your fog lights under there, so if they're dangling in the way, just make sure you don't hit those. And then on the fenders, just make sure you've got these pulled out just a little bit so you can get these nice and tucked in. But otherwise, that's about it. Push in. Don't forget your clips, and you guys are in business. And I did go ahead and I bought some new clips. I got this for like 10 bucks on Amazon. You obviously can go to the parts store and buy a bunch of these. But I got a bunch of them because you never know when I'm going to need more. And it comes with these little trim remover tools, which would have been nice in the beginning. So you can get a nice little set at the auto store for cheap. So don't feel like you have to spend the money to get those. So if you made it this far, once again, congratulations. Hope you decided to do this. Hope this helped at least somewhat. Hit the like button, comment button, subscribe button, all of that good stuff, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Peace.